All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to one of the final matches we have of the Clash of the Titans tournament. We have Simply versus Paracusia today, and it's going to be an incredible match. It's going to be great. With me in the commentator's booth, I have Electric. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Excited to be in the booth for this Clash of Titans, and I'm super excited that it's for this match between two just amazing players of this game. You've got Paracusia, who's some of the best movement in the RTA scene, has a number of stage RTA records. I mean, he may not have the greatest consistency, but his movement is definitely very, very tough to beat. And then you have Simply, who, of course, has been the world record holder all the way up until very recently, and also is known for a lot of consistency. So I think this is a very good matchup between people that have different play styles, and you'll get to see a lot of contrast, including with their routes. The runners have let us know that Para will be doing LBLJ route, but Simply will just be going with Bomb Clip. No LBLJ shenanigans in this race.
That's right. No shenanigans.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah, we also have Simply and Para in the booth. How you guys doing? How you feeling?
I feel amazing.
Good. What about you, Para?
Yeah, I feel fantastic.
Good.
How much sleep did you get, Para?
Have you gone to sleep?
Plenty, actually. Yeah.
Okay. You said your sleep schedule was really messed up, and you're in Australia.
Yeah, I woke up at like midnight.
Oh. Well, perfect. As long as you're not tired. That's right. All right, and then, yeah, Simply, we're a little late because Simply, there's a bit of a time mix-up, but should be doing good. You feeling all warmed up?
I'm
ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
All right. Perfect. Well, without any further ado, I guess we'll get it started. I'll give you the countdown, and you guys can reset in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, Para.
Good luck, dickhead.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you.
We've got both the runners dropping out of the call, so we can talk as much shit as we want.
That's right. Both runners are on their way out of the commentator's booth. So first thoughts on this race. What do you think?
It's important to note that Simply does seem to have a little bit better overall of a lobby. He actually has the community best segment times for all of the basement times. So everything from SSL all the way through, like, I believe Vanish Cap. Like, he has the best time anyone has ever reached by the end of any of those splits. So I think we may see Simply ahead kind of in the earlier game, but I do think Para may have a somewhat stronger upstairs, but of course, Simply also does have the best upstairs ever in a run in that former world record. So it's hard to say. I think it will kind of come down to how exactly they get started with their respective routes. Para does have the opportunity to save about 10 seconds with LBLJ, and he's pretty consistent at it. So I wouldn't really expect to fail, but it will somewhat come down to whether he gets a very nice LBLJ or has a bit of an issue with it.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, that early mistake could mess him up. Both runners getting Lakitu skip. You want to see a good, clean beginning, you know. We want to set the pace right, make it close at the beginning so it stays close towards the end as well. So yeah, Simply going into BOB, Para, like you said earlier, doing LBLJ, and it's looking good, and he's in the door.
Perfect. Just very picturesque there. No real hangups of any kind. There are so many opportunities for that to fail. And in such a long speed run, you wouldn't expect someone to pull out such an inconsistent trick, but once you've spent enough time with it, you can get pretty consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. And while you were saying that, Simply took a dive, grabbing that bomb for bomb clip. So thankfully, nothing crazy happened, but was able to make it work still.
And that's a hard thing to do, still making that work even with the limited time, because once you dive and grab him, Mario just gets up so slowly. And so he cuts the fuse time way, way lower.
Yeah, you have to go. If you mess up grabbing the bomb, or like, yeah, you make it, I guess you aggro it before you grab it. Yeah, you don't have much time to work with. You got to get it going. So good on him for doing that. Going for the slide next, saving time versus just jumping straight into Womps. If you do start with the BOB entrance, that is, just like in 70.
It's a nice way to save a little bit of time despite having this slight deficit. But I mean, for a race situation, if you're not 100% confident in LBLJ, I really wouldn't blame anyone for going with this route. We got a dance from Paracusia's side.
Wow.
1/10 of a chance of that occurring.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Para's got a great beginning here. I mean, this would be a good beginning for any kind of PB run as well. So, good on him, saving some good time here. Simply's just got to be clean. He's got to make sure that he doesn't lose time here in the beginning. Jumping in the Womps, as I say that, Para not far behind him. Just has to exit Dark World.
And I feel like we're probably going to be seeing a texture setup out of Simply. I wouldn't really expect Assault Class, but I could be proven wrong.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, and there's the texture right
Definitely
there.
texture.
I'm not sure if he does Assault Cliffs or not, but missing! Oh, no.
Unfortunate.
It looked like a good lineup. I was a little surprised that missed.
Yeah, that's the thing with texture. Just sometimes your eyeballing is just a tad off, and it's really easy to miss.
Yep. A very finicky trick indeed. But hopefully gets it next time. Don't want to see it, you know, miss twice. Oh, Para going for 100, taking a slip at the beginning.
I think he might still be able to reach it, but I don't know.
It's gonna be close.
It's very dicey.
Yeah, doing the pro route, you don't have much time, and he took a turnaround there. I think that's it. Yeah, he's grabbing the extra coins.
Yeah. Kind of a consolation prize at least. You're gonna take half cycle, but you're gonna walk away with so many more coins.
Yeah, if he doesn't miss any coins, he can like skip that last row of 5. I don't think he's missed any.
That'll be a nice slight time save.
Because yeah, you grab 3 extra and you get 2 extra to miss. So if he doesn't miss any more, oh, nice movement from Para there.
Oh, beautiful with that speed kick, especially.
Yeah, very nice.
This is kind of what I'm talking about. That's kind of stuff that you'd more expect to see in 70 than 120, but over the course of the last couple of years, people have gradually been bringing that type of hyper-optimized movement over.
Yeah, you've been seeing a lot of like small optimizations like that, just like the hard movement. You see it in bits too. You get like a dive into like a glitchy double jump almost. Like a reset double jump basically. It's kind of weird. But yeah, a lot of those little tiny time saves, optimizations. It's really cool to see. As Simply's on his 100 coin, I saw he did make the cycle. I'm assuming he went for pro as well.
And also going for that speed kick movement there.
Yeah, very nice from Simply.
And we got Para with a full setup cannonless, doesn't want to put anything to chance. And if you know where to ledge grab, then this is pretty much 100% consistent. It's just about knowing which areas of ledge grab work well and which ones will almost always fail.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, knowing that texture setup really helps with the full setup. Just knowing if you actually set it up correctly or not. So yeah, Para and I think Punkation both go for the full setup and runs. Just a lot more consistent.
And you don't really expect the race, especially with a category this long, to come down to 6 seconds. Of course, Simply has already been a race that defied that expectation. But, I mean, when a race won't really come down to that 6 seconds, you may as well just have the consistency. I have personally had to forfeit a race before, in part because of multiple cannonless fails. And I wasn't even doing anything, like I was doing full setup every time, but it's when you have multiple fails in a row, it can really, really stack up the time loss.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it to chance that in some cases.
Yeah, very much the case. Cannonless, one of the most precise tricks that we actually do in this game, and here at the very beginning, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking in runs, especially. Some tight movement there, maybe a little nervous. It needs to be real precise. You know.
Yeah, I believe the precision is actually you're trying to hit one of 2 pixels. Oh, Paracusia sliding down instead of getting a fence clip there. I think maybe his angle was too far to the up left. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but that's some pretty bad time loss in Womps.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. It looked like he hit the fence. He didn't go up enough when he was diving, so he just kind of slid right back down the slope. So yeah, very unfortunate from Para. There's been a lot of mistakes here in Womps. Other than the cannonless mistake, I haven't seen too much from Simply, but he was automatically down some time from Para doing LBLJ, so interesting to see where they'll actually be.
Yeah, Para did miss a few seconds from his 100 coin due to that miss cycle, and then now on the slide down on that star.
Yeah, so they should be looking pretty even. We won't know until Simply exits Dark World, but yeah, looking like a pretty good race so far. Para finishing up here in Womps Fortress while Simply heads into JRB.
Now we got some aquarium action. Pull out those Peepo comfy blankets in chat. This is just such a comfortable stage. Like, I wish that you didn't lose health when you were underwater so that you could just sit with Mario facing one of the windows and just have that ambient music playing while you look out at the sky inside this aquarium.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a vibe.
Yeah, the
As
aquarium,
the kids
very
would
nice
say.
place. As the kids would say, good vibes. But yeah, the aquarium, I know some people actually do the aquarium after JRB to get JRB over with. But I find JRB to be like a good warm-up for swimming before hitting JRB. Because you need to do some pretty precise swimming in the stage, but the aquarium, you try to do optimal turns, but it's not too bad, so warm up
And
the
it's nice
timing
that
there.
the swimming is a somewhat slow pace, so you have some opportunities to make sure that you're facing exactly where you want to. It's kind of interesting how you're wanting to face Mario kind of like towards the outside of the coin to then turn sharply as you get close to it so that you're grabbing the coin during that arc so that you're turning as quickly as possible into the next coin. It's a science for sure. There was actually this task released recently where I think they had saved like 1 frame off of the previous aquarium task based on just running a brute force algorithm to try a bunch of different angles every frame to result in Mario having just slightly different trajectories in each attempt.
That's crazy.
And they were able to save a frame doing that. And when you watch the input display, like the stick is just jiggling from all kinds of different positions, but it makes it faster.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. It's amazing how these top runners save times and like little tiny things like that. Obviously, tasks being like frame perfect and super precise, but these runners know how to save those frames, how to save those tight turns, and it's hard to see as a viewer, but you know, as a runner, I'm sure they are more likely to spot it out and underappreciated for sure. Swimming levels, it's very hard. All right, simply
it's
going.
like slower flying, and if you understand how difficult flying can be, it tells you how difficult swimming can be, even though it's slower.
Yeah, absolutely, 100% agree. And both runners having a really nice ship clip. We were kind of talking about swimming, but they were both really nice. Simply on his 100 coin. Para about to be doing his. So this is one where you have to watch out. Simply this clam that he's approaching. A very nice grab.
Good grab.
And you can see he was kind of pointing towards the left also. A little optimization there. Make sure that he has all the momentum facing the direction he wants to go.
It's like you almost have to think of Mario as like a submarine or some other like aquatic thing to be oriented in very specific ways. And it's like if you think about a submarine, if it has to go in a particular direction, it has to make sure it's facing that direction, then go there. And like you said, with that optimization on the clam, you're wanting to make sure you're already facing that way, so right when you hit the bottom, you can just start swimming to your next goal after grabbing the coin.
Yeah,
And then,
exactly.
like, if you really pay attention, there's so many of these coin grabs that just barely work.
And it really
nice
is the
little
case.
trick
Like,
there.
look, simply like grabbing that coin with his fingertips will do the same with this one. I mean,
Right.
just so precise, so good. Not taking any damage from the clams as well. So yeah, Mario is much like a boat or like a submarine. You have to orient them and keep the momentum while being very precise with it. So really good on Simply. Para's having a great 100 coin as well.
Yeah, this started going well for both players, which is really great to see. This one can definitely be a huge time sink if things go wrong.
Yeah, and Simply. Oh, okay. That wall kick always makes me nervous. There can be like invis walls associated with this ship. I'm sure Simply knows about them better than I do. But it just always makes me nervous to see.
Yeah, and the fact that the ship is like tilting like it does definitely is a big stressor, because like the game is actively calculating whether something's a wall, floor, or ceiling. And so that's what can create random invis walls that just appear out of nowhere. Like when the ship is just tilted at a certain angle, you'll see a new invis wall effectively appear.
Yep, exactly. And Para doing the same. Okay. All right, he's good as well. And avoiding the box, very
triple
nice.
jump. Beautiful.
Yeah, that was super clean from Para. I think a little bit better there from Simply on the end, but really good from both. A nice instant cannon shot.
A real quick for MIGL, the advantage of doing Bowser first is that you don't have to go to Bomb on Battlefield twice. So Bomb on Battlefield is structured so that you cannot do every star on your first trip. You have to have the wing cap for some of the stars. So doing Bowser first lets you go ahead and do a route that lets you get the wing cap before you ever have to touch Bomb on Battlefield.
Yep.
Otherwise, you have to visit the stage twice, which just wastes some time. So doing Bowser first will save ultimately around 10 seconds.
Yeah, that is a huge time save that 120 runners do with the LBLJ. Also, you don't have to like open the door. The star animation door for the Bowser doors
Takes so
are,
long.
I believe they're longer than the normal doors. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're the same, but yeah, it takes so long and you avoid like that 5-second interaction with the door. So a couple
and
things coming into play there for the time save.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting that to exit Dark World, you then have to re-enter the stage and exit course from inside the stage because the door does work both ways.
Because it's still locked.
So, yeah. So it's like I finished the stage, but oh no, the door tells me I can't face Bowser yet. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, it's so good. Something that we just already know, and just little nuances like that is what makes this game so much fun. Even as a viewer, when you run the game and you like see the same things over and over, just all those little things adding up, just knowing what's going on. It's so
Kind
great.
of another interesting evolution here. You see, between the third and fourth chest, Simply just runs between them, but Para actually did like an A-B kick between them. And that's actually something that's kind of gone a bit out of vogue more recently. I think A-B kicks were more popularized by, like, some TASs can save time with them, but they're hard to save time with in RTA, so a lot of runners have actually dropped them. There was someone that had published a YouTube video about it that I saw a long time ago, but it's little things like that like you watch runners and you'll see like little things that they either have picked up or haven't picked up over the years just kind of accumulate.
Yeah, and that results in like each runner having their own runs, essentially, like their own style. Oftentimes you can actually see, you can just watch a speed run and be like, oh, I think that's X runner because of the certain movement that they do. Just all
Right.
that's how many little nuances there are in this game. It's basically infinite, and
I think
whatever
if you
you're
have
willing to
people
do.
that are, I think if you have people that are really like heavy in watching this game, they could definitely tell you without seeing names who was running certain runs. If you showed them like a group of like, say they watch 16 star, you show them 5 16-star runs without telling them who they were from, I think they could probably pretty closely identify which run came from who.
Yeah, probably. That'd be a
It's
fun like
definitely
game
that
show
easy
to do.
Here's
I
your
think-
YouTube comments. Here's your YouTube content Simply.
Yeah,
Like
I think
here it is, just dangling it right in front of you.
I think Ozzy Adams did a game show like that. He said like it was like guess the PB, and he had a bunch of different runners.
Yeah.
That was really good. I think Simply did that. It was fun. But yeah, it's really cool that happens. But both runners out of JRB now. Simply finishing his slide is going to be doing wing cap now, and that'll be it for Simply for the slide because he already did his before Womps. Running out of BOB.
And Para going right in. And what kind of commentators are we? We didn't make any kind of slide predictions. I'll go with
Oh,
the
yeah.
12.6 for Para.
That's right. Yeah, 12-7 I think. Let's see what he gets. Oh, 12-5.
The 12 Okay.
Wow.
And Simply, meanwhile, with the button rollout, just big dick energy all around throughout the race here.
Yeah, absolutely insane. Both runners are pretty cracked right now. Simply heading into Dark World. So once he's, well, I guess he needs to do bomb clip. I think he does bomb clip first in BOB. Paracusia does, but I could be wrong there. But after that star, we will see a sync up. He Simply does have that one extra. But Simply needing to match a good Dark World here. Paracusia did get Shig Cycle, so Simply needs to not lose any time there. And very nice wing cap from Para.
Yeah, and as much as Shig Cycle is kind of the standard for Dark World, you'd be surprised how easy it is to still miss out on it, even if you are a top-level runner.
Yeah, absolutely. And just getting hit by these like amps here. All amps are RNG
God.
where they like
Yep.
initially start from. So having to avoid them, sometimes you just can't. You know, they're just gonna smack you in the face.
It's the worst whenever like 2 and 3 on that brick road collaborate and they're right in your path together.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, okay, thank you.
You can avoid one, but not both.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Simply.
sometimes, like, oh, yeah, Simply messing up on that second wall kick there. That was an unfortunate mistake, but recovering pretty nicely.
Yeah, not too bad. In the pipe.
This is 120 star, and you can tell because Simply is in Dark World with 20 stars, which would never happen in 70.
Yeah,
That would
for
be
real.
the dumbest route ever.
Yeah, doing JRB. Paracusia has paused here. He should be good. Okay, I don't know what happened, but we're gonna
We're getting some
pause.
frame updates, I guess.
Yeah, gonna pause Simply here. Let the timer catch up there, but we're still doing good. But But yeah, okay, so Paracusia is not doing bomb clip first. He is going for the bomb king. Gonna be taking care of that. Pretty standard. Do first here. All right, there we go. We're all synced back up.
Beautiful stuff. And I think Para will have a slight lead overall. I'm not exactly sure.
It's very close. I'm not entirely sure which one is ahead. But Para getting grabbed by King Bomb.
Oh no!
All right, there we
It
go.
wasn't too brutal. And I wonder if that grab technique works on King Bomb, because on the Chuckies, you can, I believe it's like mashing A and tilting the stick back and forth out of neutral and in neutral. It'll actually make the Chucky release you early if you do that properly. And I believe it will also happen with the Bomb King.
Yeah, I would imagine it'd be the same, but not entirely sure. Yeah, definitely a good thing being able to.
Very short throw, and that was very fortunate.
Yeah, the King Bomb definitely just dropped him there. I'm sure he did some kind of mashing there. But kind of goes to show, don't take advantage of even the little things. Like we were talking about optimizations. When they jump over the bomb, they jump as close to the bomb as possible, so they land as soon as possible. And Paracusia was just not quite high enough and landed back in front. Got grabbed.
Just landing right back into his arms. Just imagine a accurate rendition of In the Arms of an Angel here. I'm not going to do it for you. And we've got Paracusia going back. I've always loved this, how you just accomplish so many tasks while Koopa the Quick is now finishing his race. Like, he named himself Koopa the Quick. This is obviously a point of pride for him. And yet Mario is so much faster that he just gets other things done in the time it takes him to finish the race. That's like if the tortoise went shopping and then bought a mink coat or like some other crap and then finished the race also still in front of the hare.
Yeah, pretty much. Koopa the Not So Quick is really what his name should be. We just leave out his middle name, typically. But yeah, you see both runners actually going for the, I guess, the more optimized routes to go talk to this Bob-omb. I think it saves lag frames, not necessarily time. Because you have to wait for the Koopa to finish either way. But,
and I believe there's some element where if you're far enough away from the Koopa, he'll actually run slightly faster, but I'm not certain on that.
Yes. Once you finish the race, the reason we run back down is because he speeds up, and then if you get close to him again, he'll like slow down. So there have been some like recent optimizations of like running down the mountain while reducing lag and then like completely avoiding the Koopa.
That makes sense. And it especially makes sense when you consider every Nintendo 64 racing game has severe rubber banding. So this is just starting that tradition with the very first game.
Absolutely. And like we're tied frame perfect, by the way. This is the point in which they're tied up.
Yeah, they have the same stars at this point. So this is what you're seeing is an even race for sure. As you can see from the menu screen. And we've got Para already going for an optimization here with the slope here. Gonna go for sky jump while Simply gonna go ahead and go for 100 coin as well.
Yeah, I forgot Para did that optimization. Yeah, sliding off of that slope, similar to what we do in SSL, gaining all that speed. And you can save, I think, a few tenths of a second doing these 2 stars here that you need the weak cap for. So,
I want to say it's 0.3, but I could definitely be wrong on that. I believe both times are recorded on the Usamun spreadsheet, so it's definitely easy to check.
Yeah, a small time save and a frame perfect one, actually. You need to do a frame perfect jump to actually preserve the speed that you get over like the cap. Mario typically has like a speed cap when running, so frame perfect trick. We'll see it again here from Para. Beautiful.
Yeah, you get so much speed there. Beautiful double jump as well.
Yeah, Simply having a good amount of coins out of the sky as well in his 100 coins. 67 is going to be able to skip a pole, but I believe still needs to grab the box. Or grab an extra Goomba. Looks like he's opting just for the Goomba.
Yeah, fair play for sure, especially with the coin kind of ending up near, pretty much ending up next to him.
Yeah. So does need both of these coins here. He can't miss a coin by not going for that box. So he should be fine here. Going to be needing all 5 of these plus that last red. Meanwhile, Para starting his 100 coin. We'll see how he goes. Going to be needing to match Simply on the nice coin count here. If he has to walk around an extra pole, it's going to be some time lost for him for sure.
Definitely. does kind of make you wonder why you get 5 coins for just running around a pole. Like it's a weird thing. I don't think there's any like I don't think there's a predecessor for that in a previous Mario game. Like, is there a pole that you can run around in Mario 3 that I wasn't aware of? To get coins? Like,
I have no idea. It's definitely a very strange mechanic. One of the weirdest ones from Mario 64. Yeah,
it's weird enough that they just have to explain it to you. Like, there's a sign somewhere that just tells you, run around this pole and see what happens. It's magical.
I think that sign next to those 4 poles is the one that says it. It's, something about running around the poles and it'll give you coins.
And it's like they teach you this thing, and then it doesn't come up again until you get upstairs. I'm pretty sure. Like, is there any other stage between this and like
THI? I think that's it. Just those 2. That's like, what a crazy mechanic.
I wonder if early on in development they intended poles to have a much higher importance throughout this game, and that's when this stage was developed. I don't know.
Very possibly. Here. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. The chain chomp pole actually works as well. You can run around that one.
Oh, interesting. I've always kind of wondered about that, but I've never bothered to try it myself to see.
Oh, almost double star spawn from Paracusia there.
Oh, that's so close. That was like just a frame or 2 away.
Yeah, the yellow coin went like right on top of the red coin, unfortunately. But yeah.
It really sucks that requires that you grab the coins at a slight stagger.
Yeah.
I think it's like 3 or 4 frames apart or something.
Pretty
like
sure
that.
It's 4 frames. You grab the red coin, and there's a 4-frame delay of when like the red coin star spawns, but the 100 coin spawn is immediate. So if you delay by 4 frames, they spawn at the same time. I think that was intentional, so like you don't just grab the red coin and spawn the 100 coin star at the exact same time. I think that was the purpose.
So as well. Yeah.
But yeah, Simply in the lead coming into basements, having a nice punch grab on Mips. Para doing the same. So super close race, just a few seconds apart. All the way 25 minutes
SSL,
in.
Which is such an inconsistent stage.
Yeah, if there's any kind of major lead change, we're gonna see it probably in this stage before any other. So all right, Simply getting Tomaples, but he takes to death. Oh no! Simply had the setup, had everything he needed, and missed the glitchy double jump there at the end. Super unfortunate there. I don't know if we lost you, Electric, but I don't hear you anymore. So, all right, Simply getting it again. Tomaples is in the pyramid this time. That wasn't too big of a time loss. The taking a death there is fairly quick. So, oh, and Para, nice speed punch to save time.
That was an interesting way to do Talon. And sorry about that. I just had to BRB for a sec.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure like you knew. But yeah, we're good. I've seen like a bunch of different like optimizations here for Talon.
Oh yeah.
Simply not going for it.
Just the quick and dirty, like you just dive after the slope. Because even just doing the single jump on the sand, it requires you get a frame perfect rollout off the slope itself. Which at least you have 2 buttons to do a rollout, but even so, I can definitely see someone just saying, I don't want to mess with that in a race.
Yeah, precisely. I saw one where you just do like a single jump. I think Ouija was doing it. Well, just like a normal dive. And then like Para was doing in BOB, it saves the speed. And even if you miss it, you can just like do the normal rollouts. So I thought that was pretty cool.
This is a very, very nice reds coming out from Para here. And the flying here is especially difficult, since each of the reds is pretty much at the peak of your flying ability already. And then, of course, the rest of the star, like, kind of finicky movement here. And Para having a bit of an issue with the sand slope, but still managing to get through pretty well. Okay.
Oh my god.
That ledge grab, that was a little stressful.
Para's playing with it here on the reds. Oh my gosh. Had a wonky rollout there towards the ending, and then was like playing with the frames there on the timing of that ledge grab. That block had to move out of his way.
See, that gameplay there is indicative of a very high confident level player, where it's just like he knows how to back things up. And that's one side effect of going for hyper optimized strats, is when you miss things enough, you'll figure out how to back them up well. And so I definitely think that's kind of what we've seen here, where the reds didn't quite work to his favor, but he was able to back it up very, very well, and there was a lot of practice put into that.
Yeah, exactly. And oh my gosh, Simply taking another death here in SSL. 2 quick ones at least. I think he like hit that slope just barely, and it caught his speed. But unfortunate. Yeah. Question in chat. I heard Reds here is the most difficult star. I mean, it's debatable, but it's widely considered like the hardest star to do quickly. Like, it's very dangerous. You have to maintain like all the speed. Like simply right here, doing that jump, triple jump off the invisible wall there, invisible boundary, you have to maintain like as much speed as possible. Because there are cycles to these ending blocks here, and you need to catch a good cycle there. But looking really good here from Simply.
Yeah, beautiful movement here. Gonna go ahead and take off with that triple for the flight right to the last red here.
Yeah, very nice.
And if you're curious about the evolution of this star in particular, Simply actually has a YouTube video about multiple runners kind of talking about why it's difficult and how the star has evolved over the years. Because there have been a lot of little things that have changed about this star that have made it a little easier here and there, but have definitely increased the difficulty by a few notches in a number of circumstances.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's not necessarily just how hard the star is in general, but like how hard the speedrun strat is. Oh, and Para taking a bounce off of the pole there. Needs all these coins. Should still be good. Doesn't want to make too many more mistakes because the wing cap can run out on you. Shouldn't be an issue though. Para just needs to make sure he goes fast here, as is the name of the game.
There's this nice optimization that you can see Para doing on each of these pillars where you can like do effectively kind of a rollout into the pillar in a way that you're able to get a double jump right when you get on top of the pillar. I'm not sure if a rollout is quite the right term, but it's you do something kind of weird when you reach the top of the pillar to make it so that you can instantly double jump when you reach the top into a triple jump to fly.
Yeah, I believe you just jump
He's
at...
simply doing the same.
Yeah, I think you just jump at the precise time, and then like the height that you jump matches the top of the pillar. And then you're able to get that double jump. But very nice. Paracusia having a good inside pyramid here. Oh, and a very clean ending to grab those 5 coins. So he should be grabbing a good time here. We'll see how Simply does. Looking pretty good. All right. Catching the movement there to get a ledge grab so he can triple jump is essentially another cycle. I know we've mentioned a couple cycles here, but you have to move really fast to be able to make that, which is the fastest time you can. So I believe Paracusia did the same.
Oh, Simp missing a coin on that line there. That dive is very precise to get all 5 coins. It's so common to see people miss just one of them somehow. Although missing the first one, I do feel like is a little less common than missing the last one.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one is more common, but yeah, first and last one you normally see. It is very precise. Missing one, not too bad though, simply just grabbing that extra Goomba and is grabbing the star here. And Simply is a top of the pyramid star behind Para now after taking those 2 deaths.
And that's a pretty substantial lead for this early on in the race, but I definitely would not count Simply out. There's so much more game to play, and this is nowhere near the only brutal content in this game.
Yeah.
Especially with the star that Para's moving into now. HMC 100 can just be so temperamental. Even just the star spawning at the end with the blue coin. Like that's just such a temperamental thing that you just have to deal with, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, precisely. That being a big point of like RNG for this game. There's not a whole lot, but coins and how they spawn is one of the biggest forms of RNG that we have. And Para takes a ledge grab. Very strange.
No. Normally you want to get enough height that you grab the red, but not so much that you ledge grab there. Like that's how precise this game can get. You want to get high enough that Mario's hitbox grabs a coin but doesn't ledge grab. Make sense of that for me, please.
Yeah, you just want to barely grab it. That was a very strange mistake. Gonna leave some time for Simply.
And that's also why you see players will ground pound right after they do that wall kick, since the ground pound will extend your height upward. Simply miss the coin outright.
I don't know if there's a backup here.
I think there's.
Did he miss the coin?
Well, I mean, it's a
yeah.
red that's up
Okay.
there,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. That's I don't have his audio, so we couldn't quite see it. But yeah, the rage pauses. He just has to ride the elevator.
Yeah. There's no real backup. There's no other way to get that high.
And he realized it like as he was ground pounding too. You saw it like the second he hit the ground pound, he started to rage pause.
I think it was just like a late ground pound, or like something was kind of off about that, because I don't feel like he really got the height he needed until he was that far away from the coin.
Oh, and he's okay.
There's a long jump back up there.
Yeah, he almost didn't quite make it. Needed to wall kick ledge grab.
Yeah, those
So
wall kick ledge grabs are so stressful.
Yeah, sometimes they don't quite make it all the way up, but he's got it, thankfully. He is in the haze of the maze that's in a cave.
I mean, you do have to wonder what exactly made the haze down here. I mean, I know there have been some juvenile suggestions.
It's Peach's
of it
farts,
being,
man.
I know there's been those suggestions of it being bodily excrement. I'd like to think that there's a more civilized explanation for why you'd be keeping a bunch of yellow gas in a cave.
It's
like, what if it's natural gas? What if Peach is just an early investor in natural gas?
You're right. It is natural gas. I don't know what else it would be.
How to exit commentary. Please. Wait a minute. This isn't Alexa.
All right. Enough of that. If you want to know more, Simply's got a good video about it. But another good video by Simply. All right, Paracusia doing a BLJ here. Oh, this is super, super hard to do, but looking pretty good. The lineup looks great. Oh, doesn't have enough speed. Oh no.
So unfortunate. Okay, at least he's got this boulder star to grab as a quick backup here. But for the longest time, Para was pretty much the only person you'd really see doing that BLJ. Like, it's a very, very difficult one to get down. You saw, even with the speed he had there, he still, I'm not sure how exactly he messed that up, but still wasn't quite able to get through the cage. That Toxic Maze BLJ can be extremely brutal.
Yeah,
and if
absolutely.
you were ever curious about the changes that would result in 70 if you allowed BLJs, that's one of the few stars that would be affected.
Oh, he's going for it again.
Here we go. Let's see. And see, what's hard here is you're doing a basically neutral BLJ here. You're having to keep the BLJ mash all the way up the elevator.
And he still doesn't get through. He's stuck. I don't what's happening?
He didn't have quite enough speed, so every time he was trying to go through the fence, he was just going the other way instead.
That's, just running in place there for a minute. That's so unfortunate. It's just gonna come in here, do Christmas Miracle as a backup, so that's actually a lot of time loss. Yeah, having the rolling rocks backup isn't that bad.
Oh, and then bonking right into the fence there.
Yeah.
And I think Simply here just ended up doing the standard like long jump through the void setup for this. Which this still isn't just a walk in the park star, but it's much, much easier than trying to do that BLJ. That's probably, if I had to just pin one, I would have to say that's probably the hardest BLJ used in RTA.
Probably I'd have to say so. Like, LBLJ takes a ton of practice to get down, and people don't do that in races, and even less runners do the BLJ that Para just tried. And is going for it again. He's running out of backups here. He needs to grab this if he wants to keep going for it.
Yeah, I will say, I mean, he just said in chat weird, but like that really exemplifies. Okay, here he goes. And you saw there, it didn't look like he had that much more speed, but that's what made the difference ultimately. He was able to get through the fence that time, so.
Yeah, just those extra few pixels along the quarter frames. couple extra pickles there, and this spaghetti.
See, whenever Mario jumps backwards very quickly, he generates pickles, and that's he just throws them at the wall, and then it just breaks.
Oh, Simply
having some issues here. He's kind of lucky he didn't fall into the pit there. It's very easy to fall into the pit off a mistake on the star.
Okay. Yeah, very easy. He's got it though. Knows where to stand, thankfully. There are small sections on those slopes that you can just stand up. So, knows his backups, thank goodness.
All right, we got Para in Metal Cap stage. Let's get those Blinkless predictions. Surely there are mods doing predictions in our chat, right?
Maybe.
Oh, and we...
Any mods?
That's kind of an interesting miss there. Missed the second red there, but was able to go ahead and back that up with a quick regrab.
Yeah. Oh, is it still Blinkless? Wow.
I think it was. I think it was.
Just barely not.
Barely had a blink.
Blinkless until the star spawn is good enough.
Yeah, it's close. It's close.
All right, Simply's turn.
The worst is when like the first blink happens when you grab the star, so you get to see the whole cutscene as just normal Mario, and it's like, oh great, yeah, I'm not getting blinkless, yay.
Oh, Simply getting caught.
Walls here.
Yeah, I think he might be good. That was a more timely mistake. All right, he should be good here. Definitely took an early blink.
No, yeah.
But yeah, has enough time. As long as you spawn the star at least, like, you can then just jump back into the water and grab the star without like grabbing the middle cap. So it wouldn't have been the worst thing ever as long as he spawned the star, but thankfully he was still able to grab it. Had enough time to spare.
And so we got both players re-entering HMC, just 1 star apart still. Para managing to hold on to a nice lead despite that Toxic Maze BLJ issue. But I mean, with a star that convoluted, you really can't blame him for making those mistakes.
Yeah, you really can't. It's just like the decision to go for it was a little strange, but was able to get it in the end. It was so close both times. I'm sure he was just like, you know, I've got to nail this. And it wasn't that big of a time loss to miss it. So, Simply on his last one, but he falls down, takes a death at HMC.
But Simply falls!
Yeah, well, that's not good. I think he's got a Christmas Miracle left is what he was going for.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one.
It's really unfortunate how you can be in a position where you can wall kick and back up that fall, but you will still have hit the death plane and the game will just kill you anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I definitely feel like that death plane should have been lowered just a scotch. Like not too much.
Just a little bit, yeah. TTM as well, when you clip through the mountain, you can hit that death plane before clipping up. You don't have the great angle.
Yeah.
And then clip after, like, the death plane.
It's like, oh great, I'm in the middle of the mountain now, just dying. What's up?
Yeah, alright, cool. Simply out of HMC, Paracusia having a nice reds in Lethal Lava Land. They're simply going to meet up with him.
Yeah, he's gonna just run into the corner to signal Toad that he's ready to communicate, and then Toad will reciprocate the communication and provide the star. Someone had pointed this out to me the other day, and this is interesting to me. Did you ever realize that you actually talk to Toad a different way in 120, 70, and 16?
I did not realize that, but it's true, yeah.
Yeah, so when you're talking to him in 120, as you saw here, it's as you're leaving HMC for the last time. But then in 16 with LBLJ, you're talking to him as on a re-entry, so you're having to re-enter the stage afterwards. And then in 70, you're talking to him on an entry where you've just gotten into the stage the first time.
Yeah, I've never thought about it. That's actually really cool.
And what's weird too, though, is that 16 no LBLJ actually does talk to him the same way 70 does during the stage entry for the first time. Since you do actually have more stars, since you do less in the basement overall.
Yeah, that is cool. Very, very interesting fact there. All right, Paracusia getting bullied by the bullies.
Yeah, absolute bullying. The triple bullies, they collaborated this time.
Yeah,
they've had enough of his constant torture.
This is a good bit of time loss for this star. That was a very strange mistake. Not getting any bullies on the initial ground pound.
Like, this is truly one of those stars you either get a 25 on or you get like a fucking 35 or something. Like, there's no in between.
You lose so much time. You make one mistake, you just get bullied for it.
Yeah, the high school flashbacks from Assault Rifle. Yeah, absolutely.
Where's the popcorn? Ask Para in the chat. All right, chat. Bring out your popcorn, whatever you got. This is a good race. It really is. They're about 1 star behind. Simply is 1 star behind Para. But he's keeping it close. Like, Para's not being perfectly clean. Like, he's making some mistakes, allowing Simply to come back in some way, shape, or form.
And so now we got Para done with the single bully, at least, going pretty cleanly. Simply going for this nice triple jump. I love that rollout over the gap there. It's you have to pretty much preserve as much speed as you can and perform your jumps accurately to make sure that you'll have the distance going across with that rollout. And it's so satisfying to see pulled off well.
Yeah, absolutely. One of those things we take advantage of as viewers watching these high-end runners. But all right, both of them on their 100 coin. Simply saving the Volcano Star for last. Paracusia's already done his. So Paracusia is 1 star and then a little bit ahead of Simply, seeing as where they are in this 100 coin. All right, this movement here on the volcano is very satisfying. Some of my favorite movement in the game.
I love how you're just sneaking past a couple of the fire bars towards the top here. Like this one right here. You need that coin, and so you're just gonna skip right over it. Make it like it doesn't even exist.
You just ignore it. All right.
Let's see what Simply's got to offer here for the same movement.
Yeah, did see he messed up the beginning ever so slightly. Not a big deal though.
It's also beautiful that you go fast enough in the beginning. Oh, Sim taking the burn on that first. You know, I gotta be honest. I don't think I have ever watched Simply perform the star and not seen him burn on that fire bar specifically.
It's
like it kind of going back in my mental memory. Like I don't think that I've every time that I can think of, I've seen him do the star. He's burned on that fire bar.
it's a very precise one for sure, especially like with that rollout that Simply and Para do. It's very hard to do. I don't know how to do it exactly, but very, very tricky. Thankfully, it doesn't really lose too much time. It's not like you have to run off the edge and die. You just got to wait out the burn. But all right, Para going into Vanish Cap. We'll see what his entry is. We'll compare it with Simply. So it looks to be a 43-7.
You can go for some pretty wild cycles in this stage.
Yeah. Oh,
Simply
Simply!
a bonk there, but he got lucky that bonk actually prevented him from touching the fire bar. So
yeah, barely missed that one fire bar, dude. If he would have taken a burn, he would have died there. Just for anyone watching.
Para taking the severe damage there, didn't end up taking the dive that he wanted, it looked like. So gonna end up taking kind of the slower cycle here. Oh, but taking these wall kicks.
Oh my gosh.
Those are just such, again, BDE. Just absolute BDE right there. Like, oh, but then he lands on the fence.
No.
That is the most unfortunate mistake. Like anytime that you see Mario look up at you from that fence, you're just like, fuck you, man. You should have gone over.
You get everything properly, and then you just like barely don't have enough height. You just land on the fence.
It's like his fingertip just decided to tap the fence, and the game was like, wait a minute, I had a star cutscene to run. Hold up. Or not a star cutscene, sorry, a Vanish Cap unlock text box.
Yep.
For the actually crowd. Let's see if Simply does manage to get a sig here.
It looks like Simply's about a minute and 3 seconds behind Para. A little bigger than I was expecting, to be honest. Para entered at 43:07.
With all of upstairs ahead of us, that certainly is not the end of the race, though. Simply does have to wait around, though, due to a little bit of missed time here.
Yeah, catching the same cycle that Para was doing. Has some different movements. Oh,
you're still gonna
very
go
nice.
for that last wall kick there, but
yeah, if he can grab the star here. Okay,
all
yeah,
right,
very
we got
nice.
it. A proper sig being pulled off by Simp here. Nicely done. As Para going to be going in for Reds and CCM here. This is also kind of an interesting star.
Yeah, one that's actually very dangerous. You see top runners
like right
die
here,
on it.
just big danger point right there. Anytime you see someone take a ledge grab after that big slide down the mountain, it's just like, oh god, why?
Oh yeah, I think Para actually died in the last race that he had against Punke. He was sliding down that slope and then just like hit it at the wrong spot or something and lost his speed and didn't make it. So yeah, very, very strange how that can happen.
All right, and Sim going for wall kicks will work, and they do work
Yeah.
for him in this instance, but dives under the star. That optimization there, see, you want to be grabbing that star with a dive, not a jump dive, a dive. And you might be thinking to yourself right now, but Electric, I always see people jump before they dive into that star. That means they're jump diving, right? It doesn't. They're releasing A before they press B. But Simp did that here a little bit too early, so his A press didn't give him enough height. And so he dove literally just right under the star instead of diving into it. Nice pro strat from Para there, the pro clip there. And we're probably going to see the same from Simp. Oh, goes for it, but and then ends up having to roll out instead.
Yeah, you're talking about the like the moonwalk from the slide to that door right there.
Yeah. If you hit like the very corner that's formed by those two rows of ice blocks meeting up, it's you get so much speed going right to the door.
Yeah, you don't have to like roll out, and you can get that speed and control it before hitting the wall. But Para taking a bit of a bonk trying to grab Tuxie the penguin.
Is that really its name?
That is its name. That is its name is Tuxie for anyone who didn't know.
What? Okay, what? So the name of the Linux penguin is just Tux, right? I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Maybe
as well.
I don't know. I don't know what the name of it. Oh, but Simply
just
didn't make it. He didn't make it over the gap, and he just died. He had the hard gap out of the way.
Yeah, and then just long jump just the wrong way, and then just having an unfortunate encounter with the wall. And you can see some fluster movement on the start of this next attempt. He's definitely tilted on that. There's no shame in that. It's absolutely a tilting mistake.
Yeah. Very unfortunate. Yeah, and has it perfectly fine just there. I guess long jump just a bit too soon. Didn't quite have the distance. I think that fence does kind of clip you back onto the other side. Because fences only work one way in this game, believe it or not. If you hit a fence on the opposite way, it'll
and he doesn't grab the
flip
red
you.
either, so he has to just run back for it.
Yeah. Oh, and it gets like mega speed from the
big
slope.
speed there. Let's see if he's gonna go for. You can actually get back up to the point that he needs to get to with a very quick triple jump up here. Yeah, he's gonna
Yep.
go for it. Triple jump and
Nice.
Oh,
Straight
ledge
through
grab,
the
nice.
bridge.
you can do that with a ground pound too. That's how I've always seen it done before, but it's nice to see you can actually do that with a ledge grab.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Nice
that
backup
was,
from Simply, but some heavy time loss for sure on CCM Reds.
And that was certainly not his proudest movement on this subsection here.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate. Para taking care of the raid boss that is the CCM Penguin race. Always a very nervous start to do. I always get super nervous, especially in races.
Oh,
You
same.
can
Absolutely same.
only miss one coin. You can get a backup coin to make it 3 coins, but it's super tight.
Like,
and-
even if you get that backup coin, there are things that you can mess up that will still make you immediately lose a minute.
Yeah,
Like with one mistake, it's just so disproportionate with how it punishes you. There's some stars where a mistake will just lose like a second or 2 seconds, but then this one just loses you a minute. It's just okay, dude.
yeah. You have to re-race the penguin entirely. Not something you want to do, but Para not having to do it. We'll see about Simply. He does a different 100 coin than Para does. He's gonna grab this blue coin switch right here.
Ooh, this blue route 100 is so cool. I love this route.
Yeah, and with these extra coins, he's actually able to skip a section of the slide. Yeah, originally we didn't think you could on the penguin race because there are certain checkpoints that you hit, and if you skip one, the penguin knows that you cheated. That's why if you take the shortcut, the penguin would tell you cheated and not give you the star. But you'll see Simply skip a section of the slide, but still hit all the checkpoints. So we'll see him here.
There's a certain extended section where there just isn't really a checkpoint, and so right here, you can just skip that entire little loop-de-loop, and you're still within all of the standard checkpoints that the penguin actually looks for.
Yeah, very nice. And it saves time. Like, you do have to reroute yourself to get that blue coin switch, but with the rubber banding that we mentioned earlier, this penguin speeds up a lot, and he
Yeah.
finishes way faster, which is
If
what
you
saves
don't
time.
do this, if you don't do this manipulation, you end up having to slide a pretty particular way if you want to move him optimally, and even then, you still save time with this movement by like at least a second or so.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it's about a second time save. So very nice from Simply. Very cool to see. Paracusia on his ghost hunt. Looking pretty good. And nice ending there. I think he's got the door skip. Yeah, he's got it. Very cool
Ooh,
from
that door
Para.
skip is such a wild strat.
Yeah, I didn't see the first door. I don't know if he skipped that one, but yeah, saving a couple seconds from not having to open doors is a big deal.
Yeah, it's a hard time save to make when you consider how small the opening ultimately is that you're having to effectively jump into or through.
Yeah. Yeah, you see people bonk on it all the time. Very, very difficult. All right, Simply playing with the snowman's head. There is a way you can like mess up sliding down the mountain. I think he should be fine. Simply normally like jumps up there and jumps back down.
Yeah, I think for this one there's like a spherical checkpoint or something that's like in the middle of that bridge that goes over that like ice pillar in the middle of the mountain. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, it's very, very strange. There's only like one checkpoint. Para killing both boos on this 100 coin. All right, he needs to make this outside section really fast because those blue coins will despawn.
Yeah.
All right, looking pretty good.
Losing 2 coins there though.
Yeah,
that's
you
a little
have-
unfortunate, but he does have these 2 blues.
Yeah, you have 2 to miss, so that's really good. There aren't really any more single coins from here on out. So should be perfectly
Oh, and
fine.
getting hit by that eye. There's some kind of weird optimization that I've heard of before that actually prevents you from ever getting hit by that eye. I forget what it is, but there's something you can actually do to prevent that. I know it's not beneficial at all for me to say, I know what you can do here, but I don't actually know. But like, I've heard it before in the community.
Should go look it up. Yeah. Now, I didn't know there's actual optimization. I just thought it was all RNG. Because I know you
I
normally...
wanna say it's something about the camera, maybe? or like something you do on the other side of the door. I forget, but it's there's something you can do where he can't hit you the first time he shoots at you.
Very, very strange. But I know you normally see him get hit on the ghost hunt, just not this 100 coin. But Para looks like he got the manipulation here, which he did. Very nice. Was able to get that boo to walk over to him versus being on the left side.
Big jump to doors manip. Okay, that makes some sense. I think that may have been what I'd heard before. And Simply also does get a door skip. I forgot to mention that earlier.
Yeah, very nice boo hunt from Simply there. He is 100 coin behind. Pretty much exactly.
And Para's just here for magic. That's the only way I have to explain it. I don't know. Para's both 2 stars ahead and just chooses to be in the chat. That's you can't argue with that.
Yeah, I think is Para still on the call? I'm pretty sure he listens to us. He's not in the call. He might be listening to the stream or something, but. Yeah, he normally listens to the commentary as he races, which is complete opposite of what I like to do. I like to just like play the game and ignore everything going on.
Right, and the worst part is that if you're not a great commentator, he'll say it on Twitter afterwards. He'll be like, "Oh, that match was terrible commentary," and so like you're in the booth the whole time. Like I don't want to piss him off. Like I want to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Para's really funny like that. He will call you out. He will call you out. But, all right, very nice outside section from Simply on this 100 coin. All right, it's actually really cool to see the room that Simply's in right now. Killing that boo and killing the eyeball. There are a couple ways that you do it depending on like where the eyeball spawns. Like it can look left or look right. And so runners have to adapt to that as they go through that room.
And you have to look directly at it for it to start following you, right? Or something
yeah.
like that?
Oh, yeah. For the eyeball, you have to look directly at, like, the pupil. So you have to change your movement and make sure you look at the eyeball at the same time. So
beautiful triple jump there.
Very clean from Para.
Oh yeah, I believe he holds the record on the Usamun sheet for this Boo's Balcony Star, and I think he's actually improved his previous record on it fairly recently.
Oh wow!
Like he's had the record for at least a few months, and then improved on it. I think like a month ago or something. I forget.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's definitely a hard star. Reducing lag is also something that's pretty tricky.
Oh, that triple jump optimization. I was there. He got that from a Siramark Ideas video. And I remember being on his stream and he was watching through that video and he saw that triple jump and he was like, And he adopted it and runs.
Oh, yeah.
Triple jump off that wood post and you get the reds that way.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Paracusia not being able to get the eyeball to look at him. That's what we were talking about. Having to look at the pupil. But, all right, he's got it.
Oh, it's not the sheet record, it's the SS record? Okay, my bad.
And then a single star? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, he has the single star record, not the... I thought it was the sheet record, my bad.
Gotcha. But, okay, Simply taking care of these boos here in the merry-go-rounds. But yeah, Simply is about 2 minutes behind still. Was like 100 coin, BBH 100 coin behind. Haven't really seen any other mistakes. Parrot had some trouble on the eyeball, but it wasn't that big of a deal. So
yeah, and a nice,
we'll see him leave.
Nice bookcase star.
Yeah, nice. People leave from Paracusia here in BBH. Simply going to finish up his final couple stars. And
you can put the rubber band down. There's no more BBH on one side of the stream.
The good thing about having 2 BBHs on screen is one ends early. All right, 64. Oh, no, Simply needed 3 more stars. My bad. 2 minutes.
I feel like
3
more
stars.
than likely Para is going to be going for that standard DDD route of saving a few stars for later, but I am halfway curious if he will decide to go for that newer cam that was kind of figured out.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he does. I believe Simply does. We'll probably see it from Simply. I think he's one of the few who's adopted it so far. But yeah, I'm not sure if Para has or not.
It's definitely a kind of temperamental time save.
Yes. Okay, Para did miss 1 coin at the beginning here on this 100. You can miss 1 coin. You have 1 coin. So it has to get the rest out of all of these. And yeah, left kind of 4 coins. You want to leave 3. Had to slow down a bit there. But looking some nice optimal turns to grab the rest. So very nice from Para. It's very hard to turn Mario, like we were saying earlier. He's kind of a boat, this Mario, and turning him optimally for these coin rings is very difficult.
Yeah. It's like from your very first thought of how you'd swim optimally, you'd be like, oh, I want to press the A button rhythmically all the time. But here you want to selectively stop so that Mario can turn very heavily and then keep going with a good rhythm. Like you're wanting to be very careful with when you purposely lose speed, but you do have to purposely lose speed to grab everything in a ring.
Yeah, that is very true. Maintaining that speed, not just full speed.
And this movement here, starting with that wall kick into these first coins, especially like this fin jump can be very finicky depending on how you decide to go for that.
Yeah, looking good so far for Para. Gonna be grabbing these red coins here. Okay, very nice. It always makes me nervous
stuff.
when Para does that, and Simply too, when he does the slide there, like off of the kick. It looks like he's just gonna miss the sub, but he hits the sub. Yeah, he just commits to it. Like once you jump, like I'm doing 2 actions at the same time here.
And that's just what's happening. Like I can't go back and undo it. Like that's what I have to deal with now.
Yeah, but super clean 100 from Para. That was amazing. That was a good 100 coin there.
Stuff. None of that side long jump business. I've seen some people before try to do like a long jump wall kick off of the side of the stage or some weird stuff like that. I think that's kind of fallen out of vogue again. But for a little bit, a couple of years back, I remember that was
for jumping the gap, you mean? For the wall
yeah,
kick?
Yeah.
I think some runners still do it.
The 8th red.
I think some runners still do it. Oh, Simply taking a weird swim there. Didn't grab
Sim
all
does do
5
that long
coins.
jump wall kick? Okay.
I think he does. I think we'll see it. I know some runners still do. But I don't know what's optimal or if it's all pretty much the same, just preference. A lot of tricks that you see are just preference. Like they'll be like a few frames apart, which like at that point it's whatever you're more consistent at. You can lose a few frames just from not being consistent.
Exactly.
So
But like, especially for this category, it's honestly not at the point yet where you really have to stress hard about frames. Like you certainly want to be optimal, but we're still not at the point where the record is only going to be improvable if you're doing absolutely every possible optimization.
yeah, that is very true. Just that consistency over like 2-hour period almost is what's really hard. Hour 40.
Oh yeah.
So all right, Simply gonna be doing his sub movement. It is hard to play this game. That's it's a good statement just by itself.
Pretty much doing the same movement as Paris so far.
Yeah, I believe it'll be like pretty much exactly the same. Yeah, doing the kick, sliding off of the sub.
The slide, the jump, the wall kick, the dive, the coin grab. It's pretty much photo identical. And, okay.
Yeah, Simply not lining it up, just goes for it. And yeah, you'll see the wall kick here. There's a few runners who don't line it up at all. They just like turn and they go for that triple jump. But
That's, oh man.
it saves, I think it saves like a second and a half or something. It's not even that much time save, but some runners decide it's worth going for.
Also,
oh, Simply missing the star, falls off the sub.
no.
It was such a perfect DDD 100 coin. But yeah,
that's such a brutal mistake to have to make right at the end there.
Yeah. You saw like he didn't quite long jump onto the sub, and then yeah, his triple jump was just short.
Meanwhile, we've got Para firmly in fire seat on a nice lava boost here.
Yeah, very clean from Para. It was a pretty early lava boost. Had plenty of height there. See how his ending goes? Ending can be the difference here if they both get the cycle. It does get the good ending.
Ending movement here, especially with that wall kick pull grab. You could do that technically faster, I believe, with that like side flip setup thing onto the pole, but
yeah.
I mean that's certainly still very, very quick. I mean that's one of the fastest ways you can do this star.
Yeah, that is an optimization. I do know you have to hit it like quick enough to get that because the moving platform needs to be low enough so you can just run onto it. So not sure if he was able to or just decided to do the wall kick. Wall kick much more consistent regardless. But all right, Para going for his Bowser throw here in Fire Sea. Definitely not the Bowser throw to miss. If you miss it, you're looking at 15 seconds because Bowser jumps up and moves the platform. You have to wait for that whole sequence of events to stop
Oh
happening.
yeah, it is the longest miss you can take in this game. And I feel like it's a tad harder than some other throws because it feels like when you need to throw Bowser is around right when he needs to speed up. So
Yeah.
it's like you're kind of trying to plan when you're going to press B to throw him, and then he just speeds up on you and you throw him too late. And you're like, okay, great.
Yeah, precisely. Oh, the movement, the stars that you were talking about earlier. Simply's doing it right now. The sub is currently spawned in for Simply.
Yeah, and so very careful camera manip, very little lag there on that star. And that's where the time save comes in. That's why these stars were traditionally saved until later, is because the sub causes so much lag that doing these stars after Fire Sea just makes sense despite the entrance being moved further back. But if your camera is correct, you're actually able to reduce lag to the point that the entrance to the level being moved back costs more time than just taking the little bit of lag that remains with the new camera.
Yeah, precisely. Saving movement, like castle movement basically, and it was slower because of the lag, but with the lag reduction, you get to save it.
Yeah. See, used to the value of lag frames was greater than the value of castle movement, but the value of castle movement has since inflated, and so it's now worthless. And so now it's basic economics.
It's basic Mario economics. If you don't understand it, I can't help you. I don't.
Well, look, Peach is just an economic queen. Go ask her.
Yeah.
She runs a whole oil field out of her basement. Like I don't know what else to tell you.
The whole mining operation there in the basement.
Like, what is the HMC level area supposed to be with like the pipes on the walls and everything? Like it's obviously an oil storage area. Like, that's obviously what it is.
Clearly. I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
A shungite mine. Oh my god.
The shungite mine. There you go. That's what it's all about. That's what Bowser's after. He's after the shungite.
Bowser is literally David Icke.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, Simply doing front sub here. Let's see. Looks like a good lineup. Oh, but misses the jump.
Yeah, unfortunate. Just a little bit late there.
Yeah, did have a good lineup. All right, he's up there. He's got the star. Pear doing his vanish cap here. Yeah, this is a star that Simply already did, like we explained with the route difference. So is gonna be doing one more star here. Which one is he doing? I guess the Manta. I guess he's doing Manta. And I believe that's gonna be it for Simply here in DDD.
Para, meanwhile, going to be headed upstairs. Pretty decent uptime overall. Still getting a sub 105.
104, yeah. That's not bad at all. For a race, I mean, can't ask for much better than that.
Okay, I guess barely a 105. Looks like a 10501.
Yeah, he touched the door before 105. I assume that's when the split would be. But yeah, in Wet Dry World. Oh, it doesn't get the long jump.
Oh no, just having to take that extra swimming. And Sim taking some major damage in Fire Sea. Gonna take a death here at the start.
I didn't even see what happened. Did you see what happened?
I'm not sure what started it, but he ended up taking multiple burns between those two like rotating platforms. I guess maybe like he didn't roll out, and so his dive just went right into falling into that lava. I'm not sure.
Yeah, just like slid out or something like that.
But whatever the case, he got stuck there and then just couldn't quite make his way out.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Oh,
missed
the
red.
Movement. No more early cycle at all in the cards.
That bong didn't even matter once he missed the coin.
Oh yeah.
The cycle he was trying to hit was over, and he has to wait anyway.
It's so rough. You lose just a couple of seconds in your movement here, and then you've suddenly lost 15 seconds total.
Yeah.
Like it's really like Dark World amplified. Like you lose a couple seconds in Dark World, like okay, it just gets amplified to 4 seconds, whatever. But nice triple jump wall kick from Para at least though. Some good news in the midst of this chaos on Simply's side.
Oh,
and taking the burn
Simply.
here even on this final bit of movement.
That's so unfortunate. This has been an unfortunate Bowser for Simply here. It didn't seem like he really did that much wrong. It just like the game just wasn't having it. The game demands perfection.
And absolutely, and in this stage especially, like it's so brutal. Like it just doesn't forgive any kind of mistakes. It's really just like, oh, you ledge grabbed here? Great, dude. -8. Bye-bye.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
you ledge grabbed again? -9 more. Bye-bye.
Yeah, super brutal. Alright, should be
And we got
grab.
Simp just running
What
right
is
into
what is he
Bowser
doing?
multiple
What,
times.
what is
Like,
happening?
okay.
Was he trying to like take a bonk and then run straight through him? Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't hit the bomb. How did that not hit the bomb?
Gotta wait for him to run back. I don't know. That must have been like as close as you could get to hitting.
Oh,
the
and he
bomb back.
teleported back. Oh my.
Bowser's got the jukes. He's running away from the fight here.
Oh my gosh.
He's like, you can't reach me. You can't reach me.
He's like, I'll walk out a little bit. Psych, I'm coming back. Oh my god.
Here, Mario.
Oh.
I'm gonna let you throw me into the bomb. Psych.
Oh my gosh. With all that going on Simply's screen, we didn't see Para actually fell down after the fourth secret there. Had to do the backup. Triple jump all the way up. But geez, that's so bad for Simply. He's lost so much time. Para definitely starting to gain a very significant lead here.
Yeah, that fire seed really did him no favors. He really needed a good fire seed to match Para's, and just everything went wrong there.
Yeah, he's
3.5 minutes behind, unfortunately. Like, I think that was like a 107 something up,
yeah.
108.
It's like right at like 3 minutes, yeah. Just like Para was like 4:05, he was 07:08.
But hey, like I said at the beginning of this race, Simply does have the record for the best upstairs segment of all time. So if he just matches that energy, let me have hope. If he matches that energy.
Yeah, it could still be really good. I mean, Para is making some mistakes here in Wet Dry World, so we could easily see Simply just close the lead a good bit. And it's still not done. The
He's
100
gonna have to
coins
play
and 120.
Very close to perfection, though. It's gonna have to be a high octane race from his end.
I mean, he definitely needs Para to make some mistakes here. I mean, a death at the end of a 100 coin could be like a significant swing in momentum for Simply. So you know, we'll see what happens.
It's not unheard of. I mean, you gotta remember, the THI 100 coin ends with reds inside that cave. Like, one little slip up could easily cause you to lose that whole star. And I've seen it happen in these races before.
That's probably like the most brutal ending to a 100 coin that 120 has, I think.
Oh, definitely.
All right, Para in his 100 coin movement here in Wet Dry World. This is, I've said it like so many times during these races. This is my favorite movement here. Grabbing all of these coins. And then into the wall kick, double jump, double box break to grab the 2 reds. Like, it's just so good.
Like, it all flows together so well. I especially like this dive that comes up here, where you grab all of these coins with just this angled dive against the wall.
Yeah, with having a good angle to jump over the corner.
Be possible. Simp falls down when he's trying to go over to town, though.
Oh no.
Oh man. These are the types of mistakes that Simp is wanting to see from Para's side, but they're coming from his own side instead, unfortunately.
Jeez, yeah.
Just, oh man.
All right, don't read the sign, Simp. Okay, there we go. Making sure he's doing the right category.
Shoutouts to that one. I'm pretty sure Punkay had a 70 record that actually read a sign in Wet Dry World. It was either a PB or a record. I know he had some kind of landmark run that read a sign.
A quick read. He was being the hare in that scenario. Just a quick break.
Did you know you can press C up to look around the stage?
Yep. Running around a pole will produce 5 coins.
Wow. Oh, Sim taking a bit of a slide there, having to take a bit of a time loss there. But getting back on track with this movement pretty nicely. Para on THI secrets.
Yeah, had a very clean secrets there.
Oh, dove a little early, didn't get the punch that he was looking for. But a nice dive through that 5 coin line. I also really like right here how when you grab this star, it just instantly clips you up onto the next ledge. I think that's kind of a neat little mechanic of the game that you just take advantage of.
Yeah, if you hit that box close enough to the wall, the game just kind of pushes you up after. Very nice. All right. This is kind of what we were talking about earlier. THI 100 coin on the side of Paracusia. The ending here is extremely hard. So, you know, looking for him to nail this, really, is what we're looking for. If he wants to. Yeah, doesn't want to take any unnecessary spills.
You can see him being a little bit conservative here, going for that 2 Goomba kill after the 1 Goomba kill. You can go for a 3 kill if you get lucky with their pathing, but I don't think that they were quite in the right spots there.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Definitely like 100% RNG on that side of things.
Oh, absolutely. I'm pretty sure the Goombas can spawn anywhere within their like home area whenever the level loads, but I'm not entirely certain on that, what they're limited to, but their spawns are not fixed. They can definitely move around a pretty considerable amount in their area. I apologize in advance for the attention-demanding cat in the background.
That's all good.
That's just what he does. I don't get it, but...
Yeah. Very clean 100 from Para there. Very nice ending. Very clean Reds area. Exactly what he was looking for. Alright, meanwhile, Simply in Wet Dry World. Not sure what he has left. Look like he's going for secrets here, which I believe he is. Alright, yeah, secrets on its own in 120 is actually really interesting to see. And oh, Simply doesn't quite get the movement he's looking for there, but still grabs the secret. Just doesn't touch the box.
Pretty decent backup overall, and it's like you said, it's interesting movement to see, especially when in 70 you're pretty used to seeing the secrets with 100 coin, and it's such a different movement. You're still going through the same town, but it's in such a different way, and your goal is just so much different.
Absolutely. But
Right,
taking care of it was a better
Wiggler
secrets
fight.
than it was better secrets than Para had. Yeah, Para on the Wiggler fight. Recent optimizations here, the ground pounds that Para's doing. It used to be he just kind of ran and like jumped on top of its head, but recently people have found a nice setup to where you just stand where you need to and then ground pound with Wiggler gets close, and you could save upwards to like a second, I believe.
And it makes sense as you're not having to bounce off of him and then wait for his text box to tell you how mad he's getting that you're stepping on him.
Yeah.
Like you just get to the ground immediately, and then he starts yelling at you like a normal, sane human being. Like why would Wiggler really wait for you to land back on the ground before then telling you about his discontent? that isn't.
This little nuance. Paracusia doing left side mountain clip. Very nice.
Also kind of a newer optimization there. For the longest time, that was a right side mountain clip.
Yeah, all right. Simply on his secrets as well. Took a ground pound, but is cleaning it up here at the end. Yeah, left side mountain clip. Very nice to see. He also like getting to the area of which he like jumps onto the mountain was a bit of an optimization. Doing like a dive speed kick into a triple jump. I think we'll see the same thing from Simply, so you'll be able to see what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, and it's some awesome movement. And Para now going for some piranha kills here. Just a very basic, pretty breezy star. I've heard somewhere that the opposite movement is like a frame or two faster, but I haven't confirmed that myself personally.
Oh yeah, going like counterclockwise or whatever it is.
Right. Oh, and Simply misses that jump dive to grab those 5 coins on the wood plank.
Yeah, it was a bit strange there, but yeah, he does have them now. Got the secret in the pipe. Yeah, there's an invisible coin that you actually have to grab there. That's right before that secret. And you just kind of have to like look at your coin count to make sure you got it.
Right.
Nobody really knows why it's there.
Well, I'm pretty sure there were supposed to be 5 coins in that line, but one of them was placed slightly too low so that its top is technically underground. And some of the other coins have their bottom underground, but not their top. So the game automatically snaps them up to the nearest floor. But for that one coin, it just doesn't know what to do with it since it thinks it's all the way underground, so it just leaves it underground.
Interesting. Okay. Nice explanation there.
It's definitely supposed to be just a standard line of 5 just sitting there, and something about I think people kind of assumed that the level geometry was changed at some point during development, and that caused that coin to go underground, and then the developers just didn't realize that it was underground and just never actually fixed it.
Yeah.
And I remember somewhat recently, Ouija posted on Twitter something about he didn't realize that secrets gave you coins because of that coin right there. Where you grab it is almost always where you would also trigger the whole secret that's nearby. And so he thought because of that the secret was actually giving him the coin and forgot for a moment about the secret coin there.
Oh, yeah. Very, very cool history there. I actually didn't know that at all. All right, Para and TTM going for Breezeless.
Breezeless attempt.
Oh, no.
No. That is such a hard strat to land.
Yeah, unless you're
Nice quick
Puncation,
turn
which
for free strat.
if you're
Oh, yeah,
Punke,
Breezeless
Breezeless
is
is free. Yeah,
Breezeless is free, Puncation.
yeah. So, which by the way, he is racing next. We'll be racing at Cheese. Right
That's
after
gonna
this
be
match
a-
is over, we'll have a quick intermission.
It's gonna be a firestorm of a race. That'll be so cool to see.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. The tournament does end today. Unfortunate to see, but it has gone on long enough. But with Paracusia and TTM, looks like he's doing good on this star. And Simply taking care of his Wiggler. I think it's time to shout out our sponsors that we have for this tournament. Integrity ATL and GotValues.com. You can see their logos in the top corners of the screen. They work together to do a lot of corporate training, but what they are offering you is if you click or type !sponsor in the chat, you go to GotValues.com, you can get a free values assessment. And these companies use this in corporate training to help managers better understand their employees and understand themselves in turn. So go ahead and click that link, follow the instructions, go to the free values assessment, and figure out what values are important to you so you can use those, better know yourself, and feel more confident when making hard decisions. So !sponsor in the chat. All right, that is my shout out to the sponsors right here. Paracusia, nice mountain clips. Pretty sure he's 3 for 3 here. Gonna be doing the monkey star. Oh, but doesn't quite make it up.
Barely misses the top there. There's like a line in the texture that you can kind of see that you roughly can use as a gauge of whether you'll get to the top or not. And I honestly thought he was going to reach the top with that jump. That was such a very narrow mistake.
Yeah, it was very strange. Normally you see them, yeah, just like barely hit it. Like they might touch the slope as well, but like they'll crest over it to roll out. Just didn't quite make it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise, pretty good TTM so far from Para. Simply gonna be meeting him. No, I'm sorry. He's got another star to do here in
He's got one
THI.
last little star in the big Goombas stage.
Is he racing? Is that what he's got left? I believe it is. Race with the Koopa?
I think it's the race time. And Para taking a little bit of damage on the mushroom star here. I guess he didn't kick on the way down or something like that.
Yeah, I think you just do like a small single jump and you cannot take damage, but jump a little too high and you do take damage. I think is the movement there.
If you do it like a certain way, I'm pretty sure there's something like that.
Yeah,
I know some people will go at it with like a rollout setup where they will roll out off of the edge of where you would normally just do the kickoff of.
Yeah, I believe that is also the case. 15-1 here from Simply on this race. Not the best time, but not a bad time either. This race doesn't matter as much as the other one. Oh, and taking a bonk
in the middle of the maze here. And I was about to compliment him on that movement throughout the red section here. This is a really good 100 coin up until that.
Yeah, oh, and the moles.
Another bonk on the mole, just cannot get away from these bonks right now.
Yeah, the Reds maze getting to him. Yeah, long jumping to grab those 5 coins. You have to avoid the center. You could be on the right side or the left side. But being in the center, there's some kind of like ceiling that you hit. I don't know if it's like an invisible ceiling or what, but go a little bit left, a little bit right, you completely avoid it. And Simply on Breezeless barely didn't make it.
Oh.
He started to clip through the fence, but I think that means he wasn't quite high enough to like hit the ground.
Right. He was close enough that he did interact with the fence, but you do have to be high enough as well to actually get placed up there permanently.
Yeah, just barely off there. Very good attempt from Simply regardless. Always good to see. So neither runner getting Breezeless actually. Very interesting.
And did Para end up getting the C-up slide on the TTM slide? I didn't see.
I didn't see. I was watching Simply. I would imagine he did.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool strat too. If you see up at just the right time, the game thinks that you can't move, but you were able to move onto the slide where you're just sliding down. And so it doesn't actually give you the speed cap that it should. And thus you're able to get a lot of speed on that slide. I think it saves like 2 seconds or at least a second or so.
Yeah, it's a good amount of time if you get like, yeah, a good slide there. Yeah, you slide like differently too. Like Mario does like a little lean back. It's a very strange mechanic.
Feet forward.
Oh, Simply.
It's a weird slide.
Yeah. Simply, meanwhile, falling down. Ooh, getting a firstie to get back up.
Yeah, nice backup there at least.
I think I didn't quite see what happened. I think he maybe long jumped a little late and just ended up falling down. But has a star now. Meanwhile, Paracusia with a nice snowman's head. Very clean ending there.
Yeah, that was really clean. I think he's got the sheet record for this one too. I could be wrong on that one, but I know he does have a very fast. It's like a 9.6 time on this or something. But yeah, that snowman's head star is one of the more difficult ones I feel like in this run for sure.
Yeah, I know the single star record for that is a bit different. You do some different movement.
9.53. Yeah, that's just a fucking disgusting time. Like you said, just a nasty time.
It really is.
I mean, this shouldn't really give any perspective because I'm not good at this game at all. But my PB on that star is, I believe, like a 10.5, maybe a 10.4. But I'm also not good at this game, so take that for what you will.
Also not good at the game. Jeez, Electric is plenty good enough. Just not quite as good as the top runners, obviously.
Yeah, this is a lot of skill and a lot of practice put in. Para, unfortunately, sliding down there, but a very nice backup for that triple.
Yeah,
and
Simply,
running
meanwhile,
right into the star despite that being a backup.
Yeah, Simply, meanwhile, grabbing the monkey. Had a nice grab. Not losing any time there. And yeah, Paracusia breaking that box on the jump actually saves like a solid second. So just like a slight optimization there. You just have to like know the spot to jump off of and then kind of maneuver Mario in the air because you do it blind. You can't even see the box.
Yeah, it's like when you're doing the jump, you can change your cam, but even then you have hardly any time once the box actually appears on camera to react to it. And it's like so many other things in this game where you really don't have enough time to react to what's going to happen to you. It has to be in your muscle memory how to react to any given situation.
Yeah, precisely. All practice to save 1 second. You need all the knowledge possible. All right, Simply on his 100 coin here. Para taking a spin drift bounce.
Oh, misses this last red though. He's got this habit of missing like the last reds in these chains Simply right now.
Yeah, very strange. Oh yeah, Para does the alternate movement here. Oh, misses the spin drift here. Has to jump off and like ground pound him or something, or just completely ignore him. Missing a coin. I don't know this route at all. I don't know if he needs to grab backup coins. He needs that spin drift somehow. I don't know how he's gonna get it. Maybe he
also,
does.
I want to address in chat. Someone said I know more than anyone about this game. That is not true. There are people like OneTed59 out there. He's a legendary tasser. MK Dasher knows a ton about this game. He's been participating with like the 120 tasks. Someone else mentioned Panenkoic.
RTA Circa Mark is probably the winner.
Oh yeah, Circa Mark has so much RTA knowledge. I mean, when you are the one that is compiling and mostly maintaining like things like the lag library, like that should show how much you know in depth about the RTA scene of this game. And I would definitely also say that all of the top runners, like the ones you see here, definitely know more than me. I mean, it's just that's a given. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, knowledge. Like nobody even knows how much knowledge there is about this game. There's constantly new things learning.
Why
I don't know how many.
What?
I don't know. He must have save and quit. He had to have save and quit. I missed it. I'm looking at Para. I'm trying to figure out where Para's gonna get the last coins.
99 coins.
Oh my
off,
god!
Like, after the bomb or something. He died after. Oh.
But why was he in the lobby? I don't understand what's happening.
Maybe they were failed on the breach. Wait, did he soft lock? No, that can't be, because someone said he died at 99.
Oh, respawned in the slide. Had to exit stage. I see.
Oh yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Just completely missed it. That's so unfortunate for Simply. I don't want to call it, but that might be the nail in the coffin for him. Paracusia, this is his last star here in SL. Simply still on this 100 coin, not even close to SL right now.
I mean, Simply is comfortably in upstairs, and Para is leaving upstairs. He's pretty much out the door at this point. So
yeah.
I mean, who knows though? I mean, if you fall out in the middle of Wing Mario, that's a lot of time lost from having to get back into the castle and everything else. So who knows? I mean, it could still be possible, but
I mean,
that's definitely a very unfortunate mistake from Simply's end.
Couple falls on Cloud from Para. You know, you never know. You never know. But yeah, Paracusia, no Wilco clip, unfortunately. He did go for it, so hats off to him for that. I just want to see people go for Wilco clip. That's all I want to see.
Right? Like, it's such a dumb thing, but it does save 8 seconds if you do it perfectly. So, I mean, you may as well go for it.
Oh, Para's doing
like,
the new movement here on this Cloud. Sorry to cut you off, but
oh, this movement is interesting.
Yeah, this is great. So Paracusia, when you leave a flying state, whatever angle you have when you cancel it stays when you start to fly next time. So Paracusia turned right, ground pounded, and he is turning right here. You saw that as soon as he could fly after the cannon shot, he took a sharp right.
Barely makes it to this cannon. That's such a stressful move, but he makes it.
What
happened to Simply there? What?
Did he die again? What? He died again.
He died on coin again? What?
Oh my God, Simply.
Okay, you're saying come on, casters. Para was doing some sick-ass movement, okay?
We're trying to explain. We're trying to explain Para's movement here. I'm sorry, Simply is doing 100 coin for the second time. I'm not gonna commentate the slide. I'm not, jeez. That's so bad.
That's such a rip, though. Like, he had 100 coins that time. He must have died before he grabbed the star.
Yeah, he's doing the red movement.
Oh, okay, yeah, standard. Okay.
It doesn't get the side flip there. 70 star. And
now
120.
You have the right to call out the caster for not realizing he was going for straight reds, but okay. Thank you, Tone Dog, for clarifying, because I'm apparently useless as a caster.
Jesus Christ. That's so bad. Oh my God. I feel so bad for Simply.
Yeah. Like, just missing the red star is still like a 40-second mistake on its own. Like that's so rough on its own, in addition to already having missed the 100 coin once.
Yeah, I don't know. If Parakeet's playing with his triple jump, all right, never mind. Like, let's say if he stays there for, 3 more minutes.
Oh, and Simply messing up the bully star, too. Like, that's when you really know that a runner has just had it with this run, because that's a star that should never go wrong. You press C left right about when Mario hits the ground, you do your jumps to get to the bully, and then you hit him, and you're done. It should be just quick and easy, the easiest star in the game, I would venture to say. When you mess that up, that is definitely a sign that you've just had it with this run, and you aren't really mentally in a place to play the game properly anymore.
Yeah, I would definitely concur on that one. All right, Simply, this Igloo movement is pretty nice.
Yeah, he's picking up, though. I mean, that might be his rock bottom. That might be, like, after that star, he's like, okay, I need to recover now.
Yeah.
Let me enter Mario Anonymous and recover my skills.
All right, Paracusia with the wall kicks up. Couple firsties to top it off. Nice TTC 100. Had some trouble with that triple jump wall kick after the red section, but cleaned it up after that. Was not too bad overall.
And that triple jump can be especially brutal up those, like, yellow blocks. Like,
oh, yeah.
It's kind of hard, especially since it's hard to know whether you're going to end up hitting the ledge exactly and be able to jump immediately, or if you'll have to land on the ledge. Para just ending up having to take a death on that moving strat.
He missed the jump. I guess I don't think he meant to take a death there, but was, trying to back it up. And that's probably not the worst thing, just to fall off and die there.
I mean, it's a quick death overall, and when you re-enter the clock, it's fast to get to time stopped from a death, ultimately. So
yeah,
it's a decent time to go ahead and just do a time stop star instead. And he takes this extra ledge grab, but ultimately some good movement on this time jump star here.
Oh, that was some sick RNG for Simply there on this money bag. Got all 5 coins, just kind of like stopped in place for him, but missed the coin on the last spin drift. That's so unfortunate.
That's the price he pays for the good RNG off of the money bag.
Yeah, it's very rare to get like really bad RNG off spin drifts like that too. Like you can get some like not great RNG, but normally it's good enough to grab all of them.
Taking another death in TGC. This is
what is happening here? This is
you've
crazy.
Got stars that will kind of be like you either get a good time or a horrible time. TGC is like that, but a stage. Oh, we got moving reds coming out from Para though. What the fuck?
Oh my god. So Para getting moving reds here. This is
That's not even like the D whatever kind of moving reds that you see. I forget like what the names of each exact strat are, but that's not the normal moving reds that you typically will see. That's a fucking flex right there.
yeah.
We didn't really address this. Is this a family-friendly stream?
We try to be. We try to be.
Okay,
We
I'm
try
sorry.
to try to be family friendly here, but no, it's all good. There's a couple different moving red strats that like the top runners do. That's the same one that Cheese does. Simply does the one that D whatever does. I think they're fairly similar in time. It doesn't really make a difference.
I forget which one's which. There's one that I believe is like an Usamun Ultimate is the name of it, and there's another one I believe is called Hanoi, but I can never remember which one exactly is which.
I have no idea.
Used to it was you'd never see something like that in a race, especially.
Yeah, that's a strat that people said like if that starts being done in 120, I'm not running 120 anymore. But like look where we are now, like nobody stopped running 120.
Right, and
we're doing it.
If you say something like that, it's like that strat saves maybe a couple of seconds. I think it's mainly the castle movement. You're not having to wait for the clock to be stopped.
Yeah, it's like a second or two. Yeah, it's like nothing.
So it's like, if you're not already doing LBLJ perfectly, you don't have the right to say, like, I'm going to stop running this category over this trick. Come on.
All right. Simply messing up the triple jump there, but does get the box on the first go. And yeah, Paracusia has had some trouble here in TTC, but has finished it out. Just has to talk to the Toad here. Just give us a good show with the moving reds.
Yeah, and he's still very, very comfortably in the lead. We'll see if Simply ends up... He's going for a Wilco clip.
Here. Oh, he's got it.
Nicely done. And...
Oh, he's talking to the door. I was very I saw a star there. I was like, what is happening? What is going on?
Same. I saw the star. I was like, wait, what?
Oh, that's great. You normally don't see that after the Wilco clip, talking to the door and opening it from the other side. That's so good. He
didn't grab the first red there on that very first platform. I wonder how exactly he's gonna end up accounting for that.
It should be good.
See, like
I'm pretty sure that's the platform the star spawns on, so you just grab it afterwards.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah. And yeah, as you were mentioning earlier, he did that ground pound while he was facing right in the air, and so we're gonna be getting this coin here. Taking a lot of time on this cannon shot. Just
oh no! Simply.
But he lands on the cloud and then just falls right off.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier with that strat being precise. That cannon shot is what's so precise. Like if it's only a couple pixels that you have for Mario to not be too high and not have enough speed to make it to the cannon, or be too low and then clip on that cloud like he just did and slide off. Oh, and Para falling down from his 100 coin. Doing like the cruiser movement. Yeah, having to go all the way up. With like, yeah, the second half of the 100 coin, the cruiser movement, I don't know what to call it. This movement here that Para was doing. There we go. He's on it.
He's back on the carpet, good to go. Grabbing that line, just getting right started. And we've got some Sour Please coming out. I guess Para wanting to praise the game music. We got Simply, now he's just gonna be going for the same route, it looks like, again.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing it again.
Cannon open, so.
I mean, Simply might as well just go for like the really hardcore strats here. I don't see any reason to hold back at this point.
Yeah, and at least he got the cannon shot this time, and again, just barely making it up to this platform. That's the most stressful part to me.
I think so too. Like that cannon shot, and then like you have to make sure your flying is clean. Like, because if you deviate on the flying, like you don't make it, even after getting a good cannon shot.
Exactly, and optimal flying is such an art form. There's so many runners that lose just little bits of time, and it just really takes so much time practicing and optimizing your flying and really focusing on it. Because it's just not the most intuitive thing in the world at the end of the day, and it goes so quickly that minor adjustments in your stick movement can make a huge difference in your times.
Yeah, precisely. But Simply hitting at a cloud stage now. Para just kind of on the carpet, like just chilling out. He has that coin to miss, so he's fine. He had the extra coin.
I was worried about that. Once he pointed out, I was like, okay.
Yeah. I was like watching out for it. I was like, is he gonna end with 101 coins, which is technically inoptimal because you have to wait for that coin to be counted in the final cutscene. But ultimately, like, probably doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure extra coins won't. Oh, Simply having a lot of trouble getting up here at the start for 100 coin. But I'm pretty sure extra coins don't matter on the final count until I believe it's like 117 or somewhere around there. There's a point where
No,
it does start to actually waste time.
I thought it counted on the 100 coins. Oh, my bird takes a burn. He fell off the carpet.
Oh no! This is exactly what Simply needed here, though. The backup is just to get back on the carpet back down here.
Oh my gosh, so Para having to ride the carpet for a second time. I guess Simply fell off in cloud, Para fell off the carpet. Well,
yeah, it evens out. It's definitely about the same. Para, or not Para, Simply missing this wall kick here to start out the end of 100 coin.
Yeah, he missed that coin. He had to run and grab it. Would have been 1 coin short. All right. Oh, but he takes the dive. He doesn't kick. Okay, he doesn't fall. He doesn't fall.
Yeah.
All right, he's good.
Very easily could have fallen.
Okay. Woo. Some scary, scary stuff coming out from these runners here. This is insane. Like, I don't even know what's happening in this race anymore. Like, Para's got the time to
people to fall off the carpet like that.
Yeah, Para's got the time to waste, but yeah, that was something. But as he finishes up, Simply just has to finish it. All right, he's on the
hoping
thwomp
for
here.
that thwomp to fall a little earlier, but ended up finally getting the star.
I might be wrong about this, but I think the thwomp has like a couple different speeds that it can fall down at. Like the timing in which it falls isn't consistent. Sometimes it waits a little bit longer.
And I'm pretty sure the falling is RNG.
Look at that coin.
Sue, I thought it was fully consistent, but I'm pretty sure it is like the falling is RNG. And Simply taking another death in TTC.
Jeez, you can see
people in chat with a lot of theories. Some people in chat theorizing that Simply's recent vaccination has something to do with his performance.
Oh, Simply got vaccinated?
Very pog.
Yeah, very pog.
Maybe the microchips are interfering. Who knows? The 5G isn't quite meshing well with his muscle memory. Well, let's go with that.
The 5G, yeah. Interferes with the vaccine. But yeah, I know Simply actually, the original time, like the first time that Simply gave to me was like an hour later than it started. Oh, Simply missing the moving reds here. But,
he's gonna, okay, he didn't take the death quite yet. He's trying to back this up at least. Oh, and just multiple wall kick backups here. Having to wait around on this platform. That long jump wall kick can be kind of difficult because that's out of notch. And then just taking a death right after.
Oh, no. This is sad for Simply. I want to point out what I was saying earlier. Simply thought the race started an hour later than it did, just because he's kind of a bonehead that way. And I told him, I was like, the other race is happening. Let's do it an hour sooner. And he was like, yeah, sure. Completely forgot. And it falls down again.
Oh, and no ledge grab on the cog or anything.
It just jumps off.
Taking a death. Yeah, you got the lives in 120.
Yeah, I messaged him today like 30 minutes before, and he was like, it starts in an hour after that. And I was like, no, it doesn't. And he was like, oh, wait. So we'll give him some credit here. He thought it maybe was going to practice a little bit beforehand, didn't quite, get that in. Para, I know, was already live, so was definitely warmed up. Trying to give a little credence here to Simply.
Just getting messed up by the pendulum there, and Para having some issues on this final movement for Lakitu bounce, but manages to make it work.
The cruiser star almost long jumps like off the platform there, but doesn't grabs the star.
Worst kind of mistake when you get a long jump instead of a ground pound right on a star and you just fall off like that. It's the worst mistake.
I saw a clip of Clint Stevens doing that one time. He was like, he like looked away from the screen and everything was like, okay, we're done, and then looks up and he's like dying. Para
trying to go for reds and then just ends up dying instead. Not quite high enough of a dive there.
Yeah, you actually have to be careful doing that movement as well because Lakitu will be like right above that, and if you do dive at the wrong time, you'll hit Lakitu and you'll fall and die just like he did right there.
Yeah, that's the worst mistake too. Whenever that one happens.
All right, he's got it this time. Waited to dive, was just running along for a second. But misses
tries the 5 slide, but doesn't quite get the coin.
Yeah, a good time to mention 5 slide. Oh wait, Simply did the moving reds. Holy crap!
All
right, Simply getting it in.
Sides, okay.
Yeah, Very cool. But anyways, yeah, you were the one who coined the term 5-slide. 5th red coin, and you grab it while sliding, and you fall down.
It's such a like I feel like it just fits. Like it just makes sense.
It does. It's a very good name. Just wanted to point that out for the chatters who might not have known.
Yeah, believe it or not, I used to calm everything, and then the Fire Nation attack.
And then yeah. Para's just being some DM right now. He's like, he's taking his time.
That is insulting right there.
After falling off the carpet too, like what?
I mean, having that much of a lead on your opponent, like it's an uncommon occurrence.
It is, especially in like a high-end race like this one. It's just one of those times, you know, happens. 120 no resets can be really rough.
But goes ahead and backs that back up. That left side tricky triangles can be kind of messy sometimes.
Ooh.
Oh, and Para just jumping right beyond the star multiple times over. Let's just ground pound by the star numerous times.
Oh my god. Yeah, last one for him was just playing with it. Jumped out before Simply even jumped in.
Yeah, completely done with a decently long stage, especially with its 100 coin.
I don't know what Simply's doing. I think he kind of knows it's over. It's just playing around.
Yeah, because this is not at all any kind of 100 coin routing, and yeah.
He might have been going for like that backup for the swinging in the breeze.
That's what I think too. Like he started to flub 100 coin and was just like, you know what? Yeah, let's just grab swinging. Well, we've already got Para in sky with some.
Oh!
But then bonks on the elevator platform. He's gonna just fall right out of the stage.
I don't think that was really Paracusia's fault. That elevator can be very finicky, and he like jumped on top of it, but like pushed him off anyway. There's like some weird invisible shenanigans that can be going on there.
Yeah, I know with one of the later elevators in the stage, what you see actually isn't quite how the elevator hitbox works, or like the middle part of it. And so there's one platform that you can never properly get a jump off of because of that hitbox error. But I don't know if that applies to every elevator in the stage. I don't think it does, but I'm not sure.
I don't know exactly how it works. I know jumping up, like, to get the fastest cycle there for this elevator, like, you do come into, like, some weird shenanigans like that, but I'm not pronounced enough to tell you exactly what happens. Just shenanigans, that's all you need to know.
Yeah, but we got Para proceeding further along now on reds.
Yeah.
And of course, you've got some people that actually say that reds is easier than non-reds in bits, which makes some sense when you consider they're able to just do woodblock movement here instead of having to deal with any kind of triple jump wall kick.
Yeah, I could see an argument for both. I think reds is probably more nerve-wracking in general, but as far as like maybe preciseness, that triple jump off the wood blocks on like no reds could be considered harder than anything that you do here.
And Simply with another death in Rainbow Ride, Para with a quick little bonk in sky, gonna crawl
Oh
over
my
to
gosh.
the star. The disrespect here. He's gonna crawl.
Simply's just going for Dark World. Simply's going for it.
And he's gonna backflip into the star. No ground pound. Just this is really just showing off at this point how much time save he has. And Simply meanwhile gonna BLJ up even though he's got
had 70.
No, he doesn't quite have enough stars to be up here yet. I was wondering how he caught up so fast. We've got a quick little Simply gonna fall out of sky. Still doesn't have 120 stars, but I mean you can count it.
112, yeah. We'll give him 8 free stars here. Parrot trying to clutch this out, Simply in bits. But he does clutch it, not allowing Simply to catch up. Who would have thought?
GG's to Para. Nice finish with a little low 146. Considering some of the mistakes that were made in this run, this is definitely acceptable.
Oh yeah, this was a crazy run. Like, I know. I mean, Simply's talked about like the inner game of tennis, and one of the things that I think is very common for this game, as well as tennis, is you play at the same level as your opponent. So like, especially with the runners who like check in, if they know that they can make mistakes, they probably will make more mistakes, whether it's if they need to be more precise, then they'll typically play a little better, be more concentrated. Same thing happens in tennis too, it's very strange, so. Very well could have been the case with Para, knowing he was ahead for pretty much the entire time.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up, Simply? What's going on?
What is up? We've got both runners in the call.
Yes, sir.
GGs.
I guess we
GG.
will.
What the fuck was that run, Simply?
That was
What
the run of my
happened?
life.
run of his. Yeah. What?
I
Yeah.
bet-
Just let us know. I mentioned not too long ago that you thought the race started an hour after it did, and
Yeah.
So did that make it to where you didn't have enough time to practice, or you had planned to practice and?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got a couple of theories from the chat that I want to run by you real quick, Simply. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first one, people have theorized that you were hungover. How much weight does that hold?
None.
Okay.
Okay.
And we've also got some people in the chat theorizing that you were recently vaccinated, and that has had an issue with this run. So could you comment on that?
No.
Okay. Well, that's all of chat suggestions, so I don't know where to go from here.
Yeah. Let us know what was going through your head. What was going on?
Not much. I just had a good time playing Mario as I normally do, and we made a couple of slip-ups here and there, but overall it was a pretty good run. I had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
It looked
fun.
like you were having fun. You're going for all the hard strats as well. Even if you mess something up, you'd still go for it. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Good to
GG's.
LBLJ though.
What? Yeah, no LBLJ. But 120
The most
races,
fun strat.
it's just how it goes. It's no fun doing 120 resets. When you have a couple big mistakes. So I appreciate you hanging in there and hanging out till the end. But Paracusia, speaking of BLJs, you did the HMC BLJ, missed it a couple times, but kept going for it and ended up getting it.
Yeah, I don't know how to do the Toxic Maze clip. It's the only strat I know how to do.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, I haven't done Toxic Maze clips since 2016, so it's been a very long time.
Okay,
That's
fair
fair.
enough.
It was those misses were kind of strange. It was just I guess a little bit under speed or something.
Yeah, no, my I was saying on stream before the race that my mashing today has just been dog shit. It's gonna be, and I said I'm probably gonna fail this 1 or 2 times.
I see. And that disrespect at the end of the race, especially crawling into the last star.
That was sick.
That's
I don't want to be. I didn't want to be all awkward and finish the race while Simply still has 20 stars to go. So I was just fucking around.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
definitely better
you
to
know
just
what?
dance around while you're getting your final stars. It's a lot more enjoyable.
it's definitely better.
That's a perspective I hadn't considered. You're being considerate instead
Yeah.
of showing off.
It's not. There's no BM involved at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
And that moving reds in TGC 2, that was sick to see.
Yeah,
I
both of
only
you guys
failed
went
it
for
and
it.
died twice.
But still, I mean, you pulled it off once.
True.
Yeah, it was good to see all the 6 strats that you guys were doing. It was a fun race. I'm glad you guys were in the tournament. And with that, Para, you are officially in 3rd place. Simply, you are in 4th. Let me look up the rules here to make sure I'm saying this properly. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up. But both of you guys are in the money. So Simply, being in
Let's
4th place, gets
go.
5% of the prize pool, and Paracusia getting 10%. So I can give that to you any way you want. We can figure it out later. Gift subs, Venmo, donation, whatever you want. You can figure that out. So let me know. Hit me up
Yeah.
on Discord. But so you both made money off the tournament. GG's, congratulations.
I'm a professional speedrunner.
Indeed. That's,
I'm not.
And, any final comments about the race or the whole tourney in general?
I enjoyed every second of it. Thank you for putting this on, Mark. It was a pleasure. Para, thank you for being a great racer. I enjoyed it, and I hope that everyone has a wonderful afternoon and or evening, depending on where you live.
Yes, sir.
It's morning here. Very
It's-
early morning.
Yeah,
hope you have a good
Australia.
morning.
Everything's backwards over there. Afternoon's morning, morning's afternoon. But with that, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you guys being here. Glad you enjoyed it. And we're gonna throw it off. We have not Paracusia. We have Puncation versus Cheese in the next race, and that will be right
Hey, download
after this one.
commentary.
Yeah, and we got Paracusia on
that'll be
commentary with
sick.
Badronus, so that'll be really fun to see. So everybody, stay tuned for that. We'll take a brief intermission. Before that, I do want to shout out the sponsors one more time: Integrity ATL and GotValues.com. Exclamation point sponsor in the chat. Go to GotValues.com, click on free values assessment, and they will help you figure out what values are important to you. And so if you need to know that, there's a lot of uncertainty going on right now. So be more certain in what you believe is important to yourself. Figure out what your values are. GotValues.com is there to help. Oh,
Nice.
GG's. And with that, we're going to throw it off. Thank you, Para. One last time, thank you, Simply. And thank you, Electric. Everyone go check out Electric. Hasn't streamed in a while. Any plans in the future?
Oh, definitely. I've been practicing some 70 recently. Gonna try to actually get back into it now that I've learned some new strats. So
Okay.
we'll see if that pans out. But definitely planning on getting back into the stream grind sometime sooner rather than later.
All right, perfect. Well, everybody go check out Electric, 3L3TRIC at twitch.com. Give him a follow. He's a really cool guy, very fun to watch. So I think we're going to throw it off. Thank you so much, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace. Have a good one. All right, GG.
Yep. GG, my dude.
Are we still? We're not still live, right?
Yeah, we are still live.
Oh, okay. Well.
All right.